This video is going to be the realest and deepest video I've ever made. And low-key, it's not normally something that I talk about. However, I know that this video will change somebody's life and it could be yours. I came into a realization of what life and fitness is truly about over the last couple months. And quite honestly, it's kind of hypocritical to what I've told you to do in the past. But I'm not going to be one of those YouTubers who said something 1, 2, 5 years ago and keep saying it because they don't want to say that they were wrong. Because with more time, the wiser you become, and I've gotten a lot of wisdom about lifting weights, building your dream body, and how it won't really fulfill you and it won't give you what you actually want it to give you. And this is deeper than just lifting weights, it's about your whole life. For this video, it's a little off topic for what I normally talk about, but honestly, I don't care. This video could get 1,000 views or 1,000,000 views, but I'm gonna make it anyways because I know it could change one person's life. It could change your life. If I was 18 years old and I watched this video, it would change his life. And that's why I'm making this video, because I know it could change your life if you just really listen and dial into it. Because this is a life lesson that took me 7 years of weightlifting to truly understand. The whole reason I started lifting weights was for external validation. What is external validation? It's for men to respect me, women to think I'm attractive, having higher status, making more money. Those things are external validation. And that's the entire reason that I lifted weights. If you're familiar with my story, you would know that. I was a skinny fat kid who didn't feel confident in himself and felt like building a great physique would allow people to actually like me. People would think I'm strong and think I'm respectable. And girls could think I'm good enough, I'm man enough, so then I would feel I was good enough and man enough. I wanted attraction, I wanted respect from other people. The key here being other people. And this motivation, this desire took me pretty far. I was able to build an incredible physique. I was able to build confidence. I was able to attract more girls. I was able to gain more respect from other guys. And then from a business and future point of view, my fitness and my physique was able to build status for myself as I have 400,000 subscribers on YouTube. I got a blue check mark on Instagram. And fitness is my business, so it helped me build more money. Fitness improved every aspect of external validation that I wanted. Status, money, friends, and girls. And I'm not saying to a massive degree. I'm not a guy who makes $1 million a year, who has the hottest girlfriend. That's not me, but it's better than what I had before. However, after I got all these improvements and all these things in my life, for some reason I still felt empty. Even though I became more attracted to women, why was that not making me happy? Even though I built more muscle and I wasn't 130 pounds anymore, but rather 170 pounds, why didn't that make me happy? Why didn't I feel like my physique was good enough? Why did having more status because people like my messages on YouTube, why did that not make me happy? The best way for me to illustrate this to you is through my YouTube journey, not actually my fitness. With my YouTube channel, I thought that when I hit 100,000 subscribers, that would make me happy. I hit 100,000 subscribers, then it didn't. So I thought 200,000 would make me happy. It didn't. How about 400,000? It still didn't. And it wasn't until a couple weeks ago that I truly realized why nothing was making me happy. Nothing was making me fulfilled. Nothing was good enough for me. And this is a lesson I want you to really ingrain in your brain, in your heart, wherever you feel. No amount of external validation will actually make you happy. No amount of girls, no amount of money, no amount of status, no amount of muscle will actually make you feel good enough. If your goal is to make $100,000 a year and you make $100,000 a year, you're still gonna feel empty inside. I'll tell you that because you want that money for external validation. So the rational thought in your head is gonna be, if I make $1 million a year, that'll make me happy. Then you make $1 million a year and you still feel that empty void in your heart. No matter how shredded I got at points, I needed more. No matter how big my biceps got, I needed more. No matter how many subscribers I got on YouTube, I needed more. And now I understand that those things aren't gonna make you happy, and those things, AKA external validation, will not fulfill you no matter what. Because no amount of external validation will ever be enough. So you're probably wondering, Mario, how do I find fulfillment? If my physique doesn't bring me fulfillment like you used to say in all your videos, then what will? Well, now we're getting into some spiritual things. I found that fitness built my physique, helped build my mental. MMA particularly helped build my mental. And MMA brought me into the spiritual world more than I used to be. And I don't know what you believe in, but I believe in God. But for the sake of this video, I'm gonna call God, in my sense, or what you believe in, your higher self. So even though I believe in God, for the sake of this video, I'm gonna say I believe in a higher self. However, I am Catholic, and there's this scripture I read a couple days ago that actually allowed me to figure out why I wasn't fulfilled, why my physique wasn't fulfilling me like I thought it always would. In Galatians 1:10, it states, "Am I now trying to win the approval of human beings or of God? Or am I trying to please people?" If I were still trying to please people, I would not be a servant of Christ. What this meant to me was I was seeking external validation instead of seeking validation from my higher self. And it reminds you that when you search for external validation, it's just pulling you away from who your deepest version is. In my life, I found that going to the gym actually symbolized my issues, my spiritual issues, my deep issues the most. When I go to the gym, I want the girls, the guys to think I have one of the best physiques there. And that already is a bad mindset to have. And now over the last week, I've been going into the gym solely focused on using the gifts God gave me. Like, I have 2 arms, I have 2 legs, I'm pretty athletic. Those are the gifts He gave me. I didn't earn those, He gave them to me. And using those to make Him, myself, my higher self proud. Like, if I think I have a good physique, that should be good enough. And now I'm going through a healing phase, because if you've watched my I'm a Loser video, you would know that my whole life has been geared toward making other people think I'm good enough. So in the gym lately, I'm battling myself. In the gym, I was almost thinking, hey, I hope this person thinks I have a great physique, but then I'll check myself and be like, why do I care what they think? I think I have a great physique. My higher self is proud of me for working hard, and they think I have a great physique. That's all that should matter. And after my workout, I found a sense of peace and a sense of fulfillment I have never had before. All because I realized that what other people thought of my physique, of me in general, meant nothing. The only person's validation that matters is you and your higher selves. However, one of the most powerful quotes I've ever heard is, how can you regret anything if you're happy where you are now? I am happy where I am now. I built my physique and honestly, my YouTube channel and my business off of my want and need for external validation. And let's be fair, it's taken me pretty far. I'm happy with my business. I'm happy with how I look. I'm also happy with how many subscribers I have on YouTube. But this need for external validation actually can be useful if you use it the right way. Again, in my I'm a Loser video, I talk about how I built my physique searching for external validation. And then I dealt with some very difficult things in my personal life, and I felt almost a vengeance toward somebody or a group of people, which helped me fuel my YouTube channel, aka like a heartbreaker breakup. Yet that goes against everything I just mentioned on how you should live your life to be fulfilled. Well, this Instagram reel I found actually illustrates this very well.
You need to lose your mind. Just completely lose it. Let yourself break free from everything you know. Do the wild things you've never dared to do. Say the words you've always held back. Become someone completely different from who you are now. Let yourself be uncommon, unexpected, unbound. But here's the key part. Make sure you come back. The whole point of losing yourself is finding who you really are underneath all your patterns and habits. When you return, you'll be different. Hopefully better, stronger, more real than before. That's the whole purpose of letting go, to find something more true within yourself. Just remember, don't stay lost forever. The goal isn't to break apart completely. The goal is to break free, then come back as someone new. This new version of you, that's your gift to yourself. That's who you were always meant to be. Let yourself lose it, but always come back home.
Whether it's a person or a situation that caused you to feel, I guess, vengeance, but the want for other people's validation, you can use that to fuel you. There's a reason why in the men's community they talk about how powerful breakups are, because you're able to use the chase for validation and the vengeance to fuel your life and go after something meaningful. However, in this video, it talks about how you lose your mind. That's an example of losing your mind. And it'll help you find a different version of yourself, like it did for me. However, at the end, it says, don't forget to come back home. Don't forget to realize that the only validation that matters is yours and your higher selves. And honestly, I'd say over the last month, I finally came back home. I stopped caring about what other people thought of me in a lot of ways. Well, I wouldn't say stopped. I'm in the middle of a healing process because my whole life was built off of getting external validation. And my physique, my YouTube channel, low-key, everything I have was built off of the chase for external validation. I had lost my mind for a long time. And you might be in the same situation I was in, where you're building your physique or whatever you're building right now for the search for external validation, for status, for money, for relationships. And keep in mind, those things aren't bad. It's why you're going for them. Like having a lot of money and a big house, having a lot of status and recognition, having the hottest girlfriend in the town, those things aren't bad, but they can be based on why you want those things. If you want those things, if you want external validation and chasing that gives you purpose and drive, go for it. I found in my life it can be successful. But like I said in that video, don't forget to come back home. Because if you don't come back home, you're gonna realize no matter how many steps you take forward, how many accomplishments you get, you're still gonna feel empty and you're not gonna feel happy. Because you need to come back home and you need to find what's truly fulfilling and what will really make you happy, which is the validation and pride of yourself and your higher self. This video is more about fitness, it's about life. And in terms of your healing process like I'm going through, you're not gonna recover overnight. I feel like 90% of guys live their life through external validation and they have been living their life like that for a very long time. And I think this is a great moment to tell you to leave a comment. I want everybody to leave a comment about their own personal struggles or accomplishments with external validation. Whether it's fitness related, because this is technically a fitness channel, business related, relationship related, leave your comments and describe your story with it. I don't even really know what I just said within the last 20 minutes of recording here, but I spoke from my heart and I hope it could maybe change your life.